Hi. Today, I'd like to show you how you can create a support follow-up virtual assistant in Zendesk using Gridspace's AI voice agent, Grace. I'm just going to jump straight into the case today. So the case today is we have a furniture store called Harper Furniture, and they're using Zendesk for their support tickets. Now, what they would like to do is whenever a change is done into the ticket or it's been solved, they would like to follow up on the customer immediately with the changes that has been done to the ticket, like change of order, change to delivery address, etc. So now I'm going to play as a support agent. So as a support agent, I'll go into one of the tickets and I see that this person wants to change the delivery address because they're a bit fast when they put it in. So I'll go that and do the change the delivery address to the order. And then I'll come back here and submit this ticket as solved. Now, once I do that, I will get a call from Grace afterwards. Let's see, to follow up with the customer on what has happened to their delivery. And any moment now. Yeah, I'm getting a call right now from Grace. Let's pick that up.
Hi, Sebastian. This is Grace, your virtual voice agent from Harper Furniture. I'm calling regarding your recent order with us. I wanted to let you know that change has been made to the delivery address for your order. The update has been processed successfully, and your order is now on its way to the new address. You should expect to receive your order within 3 to 5 business days. Do you have any questions about this update, or is there anything else you'd like to change about your order?
Thank you for letting me know. No, that's it.
Great. If you need any further assistance, please don't hesitate to reach out to us anytime via phone or through our website. Thank you for choosing Harper Furniture. Have a wonderful day.
And as you saw here, Grace was able to inform me, the customer, about the changes to my order. And also, if I would have liked, she could have done some changes to the order at the spot, if I would have liked to do so, or refer me to a support agent. I'm just going to go quickly in and show you how we have set this up in Gridspace and Zendesk and how we have connected this together. So in Gridspace, we have a few elements that builds up the whole flow of the call. We have our playbook, which is basically the script of the whole flow. And we have here an introduction of the request name. This is the name we're getting from the ticket, so you can personalize the response with as many details here as you would like to from the Zendesk system. And then we are informing the caller about the update, and then here we have a few options if they would like to change the order or not. And then we have our call flow, which we have as an inlet node with our number. This is just usually a number, if it's inbound number, you can call. And then we have our voice agent itself, or a bot node. And then we have our voice agent, and then the playbook we added here, we just created. Then we have a hang up node to end the call once it's done. And something important to note here about the call flow. So this is what Grace is going to use as the call flow when she's calling up the customer. So we need the inlet ID of this inlet. And how we're going to find this inlet node ID is we're going to go into applications in the sidebar here. And we're going to reference the phone number, which for our inlet. And we're going to click into it, and you can find the ID by the last number right here. And this ID is going to use later in the webhook in Zendesk. So it's important here to note this after you've set this up. Also important details for the Zendesk connection is that we're going to need the account ID and our secret key for our Gridspace account. And you can find this in the account info in your own Gridspace account. So you need to copy these. We're going to later use this when we create a webhook in Zendesk. And then we have our Zendesk setup, which is fairly simple. We have it set so that we have some conditions and triggers with the webhook. So whenever a ticket has the tag change address and the ticket is set to solved, it will trigger a webhook to Gridspace, which will then trigger an outbound session out to the customer. I'm going to show you how you can do this right now. So if you go to the right up here in the dashboard and you click this icon right here and you go into Admin Center. And from here, you're going to search the Admin Center. You're going to find webhooks. And here under Actions and Webhooks, we have webhooks. And we're going to, you can see we have our webhook right here. What you're going to do is you're going to create a new webhook. And you're going to choose to trigger it from business rule, because we would like a rule, has some conditions and rules, which we're going to create later. So we're going to trigger automation from a business rule. I'm going to continue, and then I'm just going to fill these details in. As you see here now, I filled the details in. So we have our name, of course, of the webhook. Then we have our endpoint URL. You can find this endpoint in the docs. It's a docs at gridspace.com, and it's a start outbound session documentation. And here you can find all the information about how to trigger a webhook to Gridspace. We have copied this endpoint from the docs into the endpoint URL here, and then there's a post request, obviously, because we're sending a webhook to Gridspace. And then we need to have a JSON format. And then we need authentication, which we'll choose basic authentication. Remember we talked about authentication and account info previously in the video? This is where we'll use that. So your user ID and your secret key, you'll paste into the username, the account ID, and the password is the secret key. And this will authenticate you to send out the request. Once you have done all that, you can then create and save the webhook. So once you're done with the webhook setup, we need to do one more thing, and that is we need to create a business rule that will trigger the webhook in Zendesk. So how we'll do that, we will go into our search again, and we will search for trigger. And here under business rules, we will select the triggers, and then you will create a new trigger. I'll just scroll down into our trigger right here. And once you create it, you will of course give it a name, and the trigger category doesn't matter. You can choose whatever you want. You can also create your own one. Then here you see that you have the conditions for the rule. So this is important to fill in because you would like it to have a certain conditions for the trigger. And here we have that in the tickets, if the tag contains at least one of these following tags, which is change address, and the ticket status is changed to solved, then this is triggered. So this you can do whatever you would like to do in your own setup of Zendesk. So it's very important here to fill in the right conditions so we don't trigger the rule on the wrong actions. And then if you go a bit further down there, you can see we have actions, and then this is where we choose what we're going to do with or what we're going to trigger in our business rule. And what we're doing here is we're notifying an active webhook. We're going to choose the value is the webhook we've just created. And here you will see we have an empty space here where you can actually put in the JSON format what you would like to send to Gridspace. I have already done this setup for myself, so I'll just paste this in right here. And you see here, there are a few things you need, and the requirements are you need to have the inlet node ID, which is, remember, is the inlet node we found in applications in our Gridspace account for a specific inlet node that we're going to use for the outbound session. And then we have our callback info, which is then the phone number Grace is going to use to call the customer. And how you can do this is you can then get the number from the ticket. And how you find this, if you go into here, you can see it's a very convenient view available placeholders. So this is information inside Zendesk. So if you copy any of these, you can see they're named appropriately, like ticket assigned last name, current user first name, description, ticket names, any information you would like to send to Gridspace from Zendesk. And then you can copy these placeholders and paste this in your own JSON package to send out to Gridspace. So you see here we have we're sending a tag because we want the name of the person to personalize it. And so we have the ticket requester first name in our case, and also the ticket requester phone, which we take from the requester of the ticket. You can also add more actions if you would like, but in this case we are done, so we're going to save our trigger. And that was all set up for our support follow-up agent in Zendesk. If you'd like to see more demos like this, you can go into our website, gridspace.com, and check out many more demos there. You can also go in and create an account if you'd like, and you can have a 14-day free trial to test out Grace for yourself. All right, thank you for watching.